I don't know. To this day, I still think I put out like only good quality shit in my eyes. But then like a month later, I hate it. But
that is true. Oh shit, I'm rubbing my hands and you know what time it is. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Soul Serum podcast. I'm your bitch, I'm from Kentucky host, BONIN. I am joined by my co-host, Tanner MOEVES.
What's going on, everybody?
Kid Cudi, don't sue me, please. We're back on the motherfucking show. We're doing this week's episode a little differently. This is, as you can see by the title, it is an interview episode with our very own Johnny Bando. But before we get into the interview, we have a couple of things that we got to get out. First of all, you already know the vibes. Subscribe to us on YouTube, like the videos, TV page, main page, everything Soul Serum. Join the Discord as well. As we always say, and I'm gonna keep saying it to you, and we'll just go right into it about some Soul Serum news here. So, as far as videos go, the only thing that we've released since the last podcast is the Deucey Gold behind the scenes. It's honestly a super fun video, and if anybody ever is curious about how we shoot videos and what it kind of looks like, I mean, that's kind of like their ticket to kind of see the behind the scenes stuff, you know? So go check that out. Also, I made it, so
you have to.
So, and it's fucking dope.
This is what y'all signed up for.
Yeah, exactly. And then, as we've said before, the merch is coming. The samples are
it's almost here, man.
It's almost here. It's almost here.
Honestly, it's looking like early January release, because I want to promote it right, and I want to get all the pictures and do everything that we need to do to promote this shit the right way.
Yeah.
It's looking like a time crunch before Christmas, but if we can squeeze it out, I'm gonna talk to John. We might squeeze it out.
Speaking
before.
of Christmas, I didn't even look at how holly jolly we
Yeah,
are
I was
right
gonna
now,
say.
bro. Look, I got ornaments, lights. I got a sexy Santa leopard hat on, bro.
Yeah. This man went to Michael's and went crazy.
Yeah. Yo, I don't support capitalist holidays, but Merry fucking Christmas from Soul Serum.
Yeah,
though.
ho ho ho.
I just like holiday cheer. That's all it really is. On a serious note, though, on some serious Soul Serum news here, I don't really know how to go into this. Making it sound like the podcast is dying off in somber news. No, so we're for the rest of the year for the podcast, we are gonna do just interview episodes. So the one that is coming out in this episode, and then the 2 following weeks, we're gonna do just the interview episodes. They generally perform better, which is cool, but also I think we want to do that because we are in the new year, not going to release for the first 2 or 3 weeks, for the first 3 weeks, just to kind of take a break. This all happened very sudden, and it all happened really fast. And now that we're kind of understanding what it takes to go through the podcast and what to do, we need to just take a second, recollect ourselves, revamp the space. We got a lot of good stuff coming for the podcast set. So we're just gonna do a
little bit of a rebrand.
Yeah, just a little bit of in-house maintenance. So the 25th of January, which is the last Monday of that month, will be when the episodes come back out. So in 2021, you won't see us for the first couple weeks, but I promise we are going to come back and it's going to be better. Yeah. And it's just something that's necessary. You know what I mean?
We're going to refocus the content when it's just me and Clay on the episode too. We have a lot of different segments and ideas that we're coming up with just to make it more valuable to you guys and more fun and more entertaining.
For sure. For sure.
I feel like we kind of went into a little bit of a streak to where kind of kept doing the same thing, but we want to make it better for you guys. So that's why we're just taking a step back and coming back in 2021.
And by the time that we release all the episodes for the end of the year, we'll be at 15 episodes. And I think that's a good sample size for us to kind of understand
Exactly
what we have and what we need to do. So we'll be gone for a little bit, but not forever. And, you know, I'll keep reminding you guys of that. We'll still be active. We'll still be talking to you guys. Speaking of being active, we have something that we're going to do every week here. And if you're not in the fucking Discord, you wouldn't know. But we have a contest in our Discord called the Song of the Week. And the big brains behind it, Tanner Mavis over here. Do you want to kind of explain to everybody what it is, how you came up with it?
Yeah. So it's self-explanatory. When you join our Discord, you can assign your role as an artist or producer. But this is mainly for artists in there. Producers can participate too if y'all want to put beats into the competition. But for all my artists that are in the Discord, we're doing it bi-weekly. So like 2 times a month, you can submit a song in the Song of the Week, little section in the Discord, and everyone will get a chance to submit one song, and everybody in the Discord gets to listen to all your songs that are in there. And the ones that get the most like reactions, which is like you can put like a purple heart and react to like your song. The top 4 that get the most reactions, I'll put into the vote here section, and then it'll be on a Sunday at like 5 or 6 o'clock to where everybody can go to there and listen to the top 4 songs, and the one that gets voted the most wins, and they get this really cool gold looking Hall of Famer role that makes you stand out within all the other people in the server. We're going to put you on our official playlist on Spotify. And if I really like it, I'll place it on some other playlists. We have a bunch of playlists on Spotify. And then third, we're going to showcase it here on the podcast. And, it's just a good way to, get artists more active in our Discord and to ultimately like give you guys just a little bit more exposure. And like, as we grow, the podcast grows, as Soul Serum grows in general, like that audience is just going to get bigger and the Discord is just going to get bigger. So like, I really want our Discord to be a place to where like, you guys are submitting music to us and, I'm actively listening. Like it's a fun way for us to actively listen to your shit.
Right.
Without just like going through emails all day.
It's kind of like putting a face to a name too. It's
exactly.
Like I've been talking to this person in the Discord and okay, here's what they make. Here's how they create it. And everybody in there is kind of, so far at least, I don't want to speak out of turn on anybody, but everybody's kind of up and coming. Everybody's still figuring their stuff out. So like people are really talking back and forth about these songs. People are listening to them, and it's
very positive too.
It's a really positive environment around it. So
Discord is a great. If you guys want to work with Soul Serum, Discord is the best place to get to know us better. And for us to get to know you better.
I wake up every morning and get on the Discord, bro. I get my coffee. I fucking open my laptop to do some work, and like I'm opening Discord and saying what's up to everybody.
So please, like, if you haven't joined now and you're an artist, like now's the time to join because I came up with the idea, but like we are really like taking this and we want this to be like a regular thing,
right?
And now is the time to join. So please do.
And our first winner this week is now, I'm really sorry if I'm going to say your name wrong, but I believe that it's pronounced like this, is Josiel. Josiel? It's probably like Josiel, right? Man, maybe I should.
I took it as Josiel, but
Josiel. It might be Josiel. You'll see it. It's going to be on the screen right here, actually. It was, his song is titled Make Me. It by far won the competition. It was I mean, all the songs got a good amount of votes, but like I think early on it kind of seemed like he was going to win this one. It's this acoustic kind of wailing emotional song. Really interesting. Honestly, not what I was expecting to be submitted nor to win, but I think that's honestly part of the beauty of it, Exactly. like and it is honestly a fantastic song.
Yeah, it's
too.
good.
So we're gonna play a 20 to 30 minute chunk right now. Please don't make me speculation can't save my soul, but dreams can. Yep. So that was Make Me. Also, our cameraman John did inform me that I said 20 to 30 minutes. I just want to let everybody know it's seconds, not minutes. So yeah, that was Josiah's Make Me. And if you want your song played on the podcast, join the Discord, submit a song, vote, talk to people.
Congrats to you, Josiah. Thanks for submitting, bro, and being the first winner of this.
Yeah,
I'd be proud of, bro.
This will be fun too. Like once we have like a couple months worth of this to like make that playlist, like just the songs of the week.
Like I want next year, like by the end of 2021, when we have like a pool of like 30 of the songs, like I want to make a big playlist, like a yearly wrap up of like the Soul Serum Discord songs. Like, that would be rad. Sick.
And that's all we have on our intro for the podcast. If you guys stay tuned in and stay listening, you are going to hear our interview with John Buchanan, the creative director of Soul Serum, the video guy, if you will. And that's coming up right after this musical cue.
Bam.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Soul Serum podcast. As you heard in the first segment, I'm Clay BONIN. This is my co-host, Tanner MOEVES, over here. And now we're doing the interview part of the show. I don't know if you guys know that, but we do interview people on the show. And today, just like last week, we have a non-musical guest. Also, like last week, our guest is a visual artist. He has shot, edited, and directed over 20 music videos. He's the man behind all the visuals and the creative direction of Soul Serum. He's actually behind the graphic that's about to pop up on the screen with his own name. On the show today, we have John Buchanan. Please, sir, come on in. I debated calling you Johnny Bando in the intro. Many nicknames of this man. Johnny Bando, Johnny Bands. Yeah, we aren't even going to get into your music career today, man. That's the most interesting thing.
That's a whole nother interview, bro.
Yeah, this is John Buchanan, the director interview. When you release your EP, then we'll have you back on. So as I alluded to, or not alluded to, as I said earlier, John is the guy behind pretty much everything visually speaking that you would see of Soul Serum. Tanner does the words, John does the pictures, I do the podcast. I don't know how I've gotten into this sandwich here. But let's start back at the beginning, John. So you're from Southgate specifically, right?
Baby,
not Newport. Southgate. Oh my god,
they are pretty much the same thing, but I mean, Southgate is like in between Fort Thomas and Newport, so it's like both.
It's
it's like the intersection.
There's a specific crowd that hails from Southgate too.
Is that where
they're all buddies?
Did you like live there pretty much your whole life?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's just like funny to me, the whole Southgate thing.
Yeah, it's so small, but they're all like friends. Like, all the Southgate
it's
kids.
Such a small community.
Yeah, it's like one neighborhood.
Yeah, you can just like walk to your friend's house in 5 minutes, and we all
sick.
Gather up.
Is that like fun to like grow up like that? Because I mean, like I had friends whose houses I could walk to, but it wasn't like, I don't know. I lived like off of a busy street, so like my parents were always kind of weary of me like going out when I was young. But like in Southgate, I feel like it's probably pretty chill. Like
I mean, we're causing some havoc and growing up.
As all
we had our little
do.
gang. Like I'm still friends with like Noah Yeager, Seth Wagner. Shout out them.
Shout out.
I'm still friends with them to this day. I grew up going over to their houses every day.
That's sick,
it's man. Like,
that's honestly like heartwarming to hear that. So where just like the Link interview, I have to ask before we get into Soul Serum, before we get into creative directing, 3D rendering, making lower thirds for a podcast. When and why did you pick up a camera? Were you super young?
So I honestly like find new like like examples of me like getting into it. Like my mom showed me a video. I was probably like 10 years old, 8 to 10 years old. My dad like walked in with like a Sony Handycam to mine in my little brother's room, and like I just popped up, and I was like excited, and I was like, "Can I see it?" And I like went and grabbed it, and I was like asking him how to zoom on it and shit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
So that's
really
like the first
interesting.
example I really saw of it, and then like
But at that point, you're not like conscious.
yeah.
You're not like, yes, I like this camera.
Yeah, so I feel like it's been like a subconscious thing, but from there, like I've always been like making little videos on like YouTube and stuff.
Mhm.
Like I was telling you about earlier, I had a Roblox channel. That was like my first YouTube channel. I was uploading Roblox videos, and like I made my own like branding for that and stuff. Like I would spend hours trying to figure out how to like make a transparent background like PNG,
Mhm.
and like make my own logo and stuff for that branding. And that
Everybody
was
has
like
spent
middle
hours,
school.
by the way, trying to figure out how to make a PNG,
Yeah.
dude. It's like actually insane how long
Yeah.
it took me to learn that. I'm sorry, go on.
So from there, I went to high school, and kind of just like forgot about it. But because I was just like adjusting to the new school, I didn't really have any friends, so I was just trying to fit in like my freshman year.
Mhm.
And then sophomore year, I took an intro to film elective, and
Hell yeah.
the teacher was like amazing. Shout out Mr. Poff. He's a beast.
Shout out.
And he like really made me fall in love with it. And from there I just kept taking like these film classes like
Was
in
the
high
class
school.
like, were you all just like watching and analyzing film? Were you
So
making
yeah,
films?
it started out with us like writing papers on like movies and
Mhm.
like analyzing the different shots and like styles.
Right.
And then we actually like the second half of the year, I think we like were actually shooting stuff, and
Nice.
like he taught us how to all the basics, like how to white balance a camera. Like we and that year we actually started out like shooting on uh like the cassette tapes.
Oh, like
Yeah. So I had
actual
to yeah,
videotaping, like
so I had to
literally.
like use a firewire connected to the
Yeah.
camera.
That's fire.
Yeah, and I started out on like Final Cut, and then like the next year after that we went digital at our school, and
Mhm.
like started using SDs and stuff. So I'm like I can even shoot
Like
cassette if we need
actual
to, whatever
cassette.
it's
That's
called.
funny.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the VX1000 users for that Firewire shout out. That's funny. So then like, so you're taking all these film classes and you're learning how to do it. And you're doing this. When did you take the first one? You said your sophomore year.
Yeah.
So then you just kept taking them
Yep.
through your senior year.
Yeah.
What kind of videos were you making like during that time? Not necessarily for the class, because I'm sure you were also making videos for your own personal entertainment. How, like, what were you making at that point?
Just random like little stuff with my friends, like I don't know, we like little vlogs and stuff like of us going and exploring the woods,
Yeah.
stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
But most of it was like for the class of what was like actually advancing my like skills and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we made like I remember my first music video I ever made was for that intro to film class, and it was for White and Nerdy because we had to make like a parody music video, and I was like the star of it. I had like on these glasses, like my shirt was tucked in really high, and it's actually I remember it was pretty good. I need to go back and watch
He's
it.
like, I don't mean to brag, but it was pretty fire.
Pretty good.
I was like
Pretty
a
good.
sophomore too, and yeah.
That's funny. You know, Taylor, on last week's episode, you brought up a good point, and I think this just like reigns true. Obviously, like every artist or creative person starts like kind of with that like personal satisfaction, kind of like
Yeah.
like nobody starts rapping because they're like, well, I mean, I don't
Like,
want to say
I want to
no,
be the
but-
greatest rapper ever.
Yeah,
It's like no,
yeah.
like you
People-
just do it because you're just trying to be funny or fun and with your
Mhm.
friends. Like
Yeah,
that's where it starts.
So that's really cool to hear that even in like other crafts how that works.
Yeah.
So now like pre Soul Serum. Well, let's do it like this. I have heard the story from Tanner's perspective, but I don't know if people. I don't think I've ever heard it from your perspective. How did you end up getting involved with Soul Serum? Because I know you got in like very beginning, like ground level floor, but like what, like just run me through that.
So like I said, I was always like making my own like branding and stuff, and it was like right after I graduated from high school, I started hanging out more with Tanner's little brother Luke and like his friend group, and I was like working on my own little brand on the side, and I didn't know if I wanted to like release it yet. I didn't know if it was ready. And then I saw like Pango and Tanner like putting out stuff like and like Link, like he was talking about the little like promo videos, and they were like, I don't know, they were just really dope. And I saw them working, and I just hit up Pango. I think it was like we went back and looked at the DM. It was like literally January 1st, 2018.
Really?
When I DM'd Pango saying
Dang.
like, if you need any help, I got you. Because I went to grade school with Pango. So that's how I like knew him. And then they're all like intertwined with like Tanner's little brother Luke. And then
so
eventually
you reached out to Pango. You didn't reach out to Tanner.
Yeah, and then eventually I saw Tanner like launch Soul Serum.
Yeah.
So I reached out to him too.
So you reached out.
I didn't really start coming around them, I feel like, until like probably February, March.
Yeah.
When Soul Serum like launched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of John? What did you think of John when you first?
Real
met him?
quiet, like soft spoken. I mean, definitely talented. Like he was sending me like he was talking about he was doing his own brand and stuff. Now that you say that, like I remember you sending me like t-shirts and just like clothes and stuff with like I forget what the brand name was.
It's called Distinct.
Distinct, that's right. Yeah, which is, I mean, it's kind of a fire name. But yeah, it was just like, you know, like very like startup, you know, streetwear type of clothes and stuff. I was like, yeah, like at that time, like I didn't know how to work like Photoshop or anything. I knew I needed like that type of piece to like to the puzzle. So I was like, yeah, dude, like let's go, like let's see what we can do. And in my mind at that time, we had Link on like kind of a part of the team too.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that like in my mind we had a videographer already, but like turns out it was awesome because Link has other passions and he kind of chased, you know, what he really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then, you know, John kind of took the full creative director, the beginning of it, of Soul Serum at that time. But it's funny just like looking back on it, like I launched Soul Serum and it's like I'm not a videographer. I can't do anything. I mean, I could probably do some shit if I really wanted to, put my mind to it, but it's just not like what I want to do.
Right. And having somebody who knows how to and is like passionate about it is huge.
Yeah, but it's just like me just like launching it and just like putting it out there brought him to me. You know, he kind of just saw it and, you know.
What was your first impression of Tanner when you all
Let's
first
hear
met?
it.
I'm just curious.
I
I'm just curious. I mean, you know, like the only reason why I ask is because I've only been coming around for a little bit. So I know the history of you all, but also like not really.
The first time I actually met Tanner, and he probably doesn't even remember, it was at 822.
Yeah.
Shout out 822.
I don't remember
and
it.
I just remember.
What is that? What is 822?
It was my old apartment with like three of my college buddies that Luke, like, because I was just in college. It was like my sophomore year of college, and Luke was still in high school at Newcastle. So like him and all of his buddies, and then John and his little Southgate crew would come over to our crib.
Southgate crew.
They come to our crib and chill with the older guys.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But
nice.
I remember that was like the first time I met you. That was like before Soul Serum and everything.
Yeah.
But you just like we literally just talked about like me going to NKU, like, yeah, you're gonna love it, blah blah blah. That's basically it. But then after that, I remember like the first time I came over and like I remember I made that like streamer banner. That
Oh
was like
yeah,
the first ever thing I made.
yeah,
I remember it was like on the spot when I went over there, and I don't know, you were just like cool how you are, like energetic,
yeah.
like I don't know.
I don't-
Energetic, like
So
I don't
did
know.
you?
You
I
like
mean, like, did
passionate.
so did the music video directing? Was that like an idea that you had to do for Soul Serum, or is that just kind of like what fell into your lap?
Yeah.
I told him he needed to do it, but I think that's what he wanted to do with Zach, but like with
Yeah.
Pango,
Uh-huh.
but like it just when I launched Soul Sim, like I knew I wanted like to release music videos on our channel. So like,
Right.
and then John said that he wanted to do videos for Zach. So in my mind, it was gonna be Pango doing the videos doing videos with John, and he'd be like the main artist for Soul Serum,
Yeah.
which eventually evolved into us
Yeah.
finding more artists to work with locally,
Mhm.
and then locally to Cincinnati, and then Cincinnati now.
Yeah.
You know, I think. Am I wrong, or is
Nah,
that
you're right.
okay?
Yeah. Originally I wanted to do it like with Pango, like that was before Soul Serum. I told him
Yeah.
I wanted to do like music videos, whatever he needs, like visually.
Uh-huh.
And
So
then
the music video directing like was definitely a seed, was definitely something that was
Yeah.
like prevalent, but not to like the extent of what you're doing it now.
Yeah.
You weren't
No.
really expecting
Yeah.
that.
God
no.
no.
So I know that it's like not every video, but on the Soul Serum page when I was doing research, there's 25 videos from.
Nah, that's actually like all of them except for Old Me with Pango,
Yeah.
which was my first one.
Yeah, I watched that one, and it's really funny going through it. Like I definitely, and I'm not just saying this because you're right in front of me. Because if I didn't believe this, I wouldn't bring it up. But like all those early videos, every one there is like a production level
Mhm.
like jump in
Oh,
each one,
yeah.
like from
The-
Old Me
to
to Dank,
Dank.
from
Yeah.
Dank to what's the next one? Is it
Jay
Thank you.
is it the
Dingers.
Jay
Yeah.
Dingers one? Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. That was actually the first video I ever
That one was
saw from
cool.
Soul Serum, as a matter of fact, because I helped shoot a video for JD one time. Will Thompson edited it. Shout out Fade. He edited it, but I shot the video, and I just like obviously just did like a quick Google search, and I like remembered seeing that video. That was the first one I ever saw from Soul Serum. But every video, like there is like a pretty good production level
Mhm.
jump. Were you conscious of that at the time, do you
I
think?
mean, I try to one up myself with like literally to this day with every video.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, I just wanted to take like with the Jay Dingers video, I just wanted to like do some different shit. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
I shot like almost all that on a green screen, like
Yeah.
just crazy effects.
Yeah, looking
like,
back on that one turned out super dope, and kind of like a preview of like most
Yeah.
of the editing that you can do like
Mhm.
moving
but like
forward.
now
Yeah.
that I look at it, it's like, God, what was I doing?
How long has it been since you've watched any of those older videos?
I don't know, probably. I mean, I haven't watched any of them recently.
I-
I've definitely watched them like this year, but
Yeah.
not recently. Probably the last 6 months.
I thought about like just like blindsiding you and just like playing a couple of your first videos for you to see how
Just
you would
roasting
react,
me.
but I didn't want to do that. But I mean, as because I also like have made music videos and done like a lot of different kind of video stuff. Like any video creator knows that when you go back and look on that early stuff, you're just like, God,
Yeah.
fucking damn it. I can't
Yeah.
believe I would have ever made anything like this. But as I'm watching Dank, like when I'm doing the research for this, I'm like, John really was on his shit even that long ago. Like, have you always like had confidence in your abilities? Like it seems like everything
Yeah.
that you've made like has been very well it's like it's been very direct. It's been a very like centralized
Yeah.
like idea with each video. Like
Yeah, I feel like I do have like a good eye for like quality, and it goes back to like in high school. Like I'm not even being like cocky, but
No,
I
I
feel
mean,
like
I'm asking you
a
about
lot of
this.
my content and videos were a step above a lot of people in the class. And like I even remember even when like for the advanced filmmaking class, which I took like later on, one of the projects was like using Adobe Audition to fix like shitty audio. And I remember like my teacher said I did the best, like mine was the cleanest.
Yeah.
And I don't know, every time, like I don't know, to this day I still think I put out like only good quality shit in my eyes. But then like a month later I hate it. But
That is
It
true.
only matters in the moment when you put it out.
Yeah. We've literally heard John be like, I don't know, bro. Other than the last 2 videos, everything else is trash.
Yeah.
We're like, what are you fucking talking
What are
about,
you talking
dude?
about,
Like,
bro?
but I get that though, and I mean, I think that's an important mentality to keep, though.
Facts.
You know, like not necessarily saying that your old stuff is trash, but having that mindset of being like, no, I'm like levels beyond that. You know, where do you something that I want to talk about? Like, I usually hate questions like this, but I think this is kind of different. Like, for me personally, sometimes I find it hard to get like my brain working to come up with visual ideas and visual concepts. Sometimes it works really well.
yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like staring at a blank like Word document, like not knowing anything. How do you like jumpstart your mind to come up with the concepts? Because like you do the concepts for the videos. I mean, obviously you shoot, direct, and edit them, but pre-production is just as, if not more important than when you're on set shooting. Like how do you jumpstart your mind to make these concepts?
It depends on the song, but like sometimes it'll be like when I'm listening to the song off first listen, I'll just get ideas just off first listen. But that's like rare case. But like something I do a lot actually is literally I'll turn off all the lights, put headphones on, play the song like on repeat until like I just close my eyes and shit just like I imagine shit. You know what I mean?
No, I do. You have to almost force yourself in a way
exactly.
to
picture
create
it.
something. Yeah. And that's important too, to like get rid of like the stimuli, get rid of everything else, like just really hone in and focus on that. What do you along that same line, like what are you drawing inspiration from for? And don't give me some whack ass answer too. Don't be like, I like good movies, because I'm not gonna accept that answer. But like, what do you draw? Like, what gets you hyped? What gets you hyped when you watch something and you're like, yes, that's what I want to do, or that's what I want to make, or something like that?
I mean, just like I'm inspired by like everything for real. All like it doesn't matter like who directs a video, who directs a movie. If it's like good and I enjoy it, and if it's like great shots, great cinematography, I'll get inspired by it. But I mean, Cole Bennett is definitely a big inspiration and always has been, just because he's like the first to do something like this. I can't go without saying that he's not like one of my biggest inspirations. But nowadays I try not to like when I was starting off, I feel like I was kind of trying to like model my videos off of like his, just because I mean his are just like it's the cream of the crop for like
for our
doing.
culture and what we're trying to do.
But nowadays I try to like get more inspiration from like movies for real. Like there's this movie me and Mo watched it like a couple weeks ago called Heat. I don't know if you know it.
That's like the 80s joint, like Al Pacino and all that,
all
right?
shot like on a telephoto lens. So like
really?
everything's the whole movie's like super cinematic, super like blurry background,
Mhm.
like yeah. And I want to do a video like that now where I shoot the whole thing like telephoto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're shooting somebody from like 50 feet away,
Yeah.
type shit. That's interesting. I've actually never seen Heat, but I'm just like aware of what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
really good.
Damn, I might fuck around and watch that then. I don't know. Tanner, I'm sorry. I've been hogging the questions and
Dude, you're
everything.
good.
Do you have?
You keep going,
No,
bro. I'll chime in.
Please, you don't have anything
Me
to
and
ask
Tanner
John right
live
now?
together.
Yeah, we live together, bro.
That's true.
I just
That's-
like chiming in.
That's funny as fuck. I actually did not think about the fact that you're interviewing your roommate right now. That's really funny.
I'll just chime in when I feel like there's pieces that need to be added.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have any burning questions or anything like that. Well, no, I mean, since we're on this subject, let's go through it, bro. What's some of your favorite movies?
Favorite movie.
And now, okay. When I talk about stuff like this, I like to, especially films, movies, I like to clarify, like, there are movies that I personally like. Like, one of my favorite movies of all time is Wedding Crashers. Okay, it's not a cinematic masterpiece. Nobody's reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
I just love that movie. But then there's things like Under the Skin that I've watched, which like I really love that movie, and it's one of my favorite movies because of the cinematic qualities of it. So give me one movie that you like for your own personal entertainment reasons, and one movie you like for the cinematic quality of it.
Damn.
Yeah, you should have done your research before you came
I just
here.
gotta. Goodfellas is definitely one of my all-time favorites.
Hell yeah.
It's just for both like enjoyment and like cinematography.
That's actually a really good example of a movie that does both really well. I mean, obviously Martin Scorsese is like a all-time classic director, but like you want to talk about like a gripping and enthralling like story and like an interesting way of telling it too. Goodfellas is a great film for that. But what? Give me. Well, you only gave me one movie. I asked for two, John. I'm gonna need some more answers out of you.
Damn.
I'm being more aggressive with you than any other podcast guest because I can.
One I enjoy more than admire for the cinematography. It would have to be probably like Happy Gilmore.
Well, what is it? What is it about Happy Gilmore?
It's just classic. Like I could watch that movie 1,000 times and I'll love it every time.
That's how I feel about Superbad.
Yeah, that too.
That is a good one.
Like I could literally watch it on loop and just never stop laughing.
Yeah,
just so good.
I don't know. I already gave my examples, but my favorite, you gave me Goodfellas that does both, right? That has the entertainment, like the personal enjoyment and the cinematic qualities. When people ask me like favorite movie of all time, my favorite movie of all time, which I think does both of those things that I was talking about, is Forrest Gump. Okay. I love Forrest Gump. First of all, it won Best Picture at the Oscars, so like it does have true cinematic value, although the Oscars, you can debate about it, whatever, but like that I would say is a good stat to prove that it has perfect cinematic quality. But like
the best.
What really gets me with Forrest Gump is that every time I watch it, I experience this roller coaster of emotions. And I know exactly what's going to happen in the movie, but I feel the sadness, I feel the happiness, I laugh, my chest gets tight, I get anxious. And it's a crazy way to tell a story. Like what Forrest Gump really is about is like American culture from like the 60s on, right? But we're seeing it through this perspective of somebody, this kind of dopey guy who just happens to stumble upon all of these like culture changing events. Like I find that from a writing perspective, from a cinematography perspective, soundtrack perspective, just sound in general, like Forrest Gump to me is a top tier
genius.
Yeah, it really is a like really unique storyline.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know how they thought of it.
But I think Goodfellas is a really interesting storyline. What Martin Scorsese does really good for me is telling that mob story, but
Yeah.
not like a mob story. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like Sopranos is my favorite TV show of all time. I fucking love it.
Bro,
It's
I'm in
incredible.
season 2 right now.
God,
It's
I'm
amazing.
so jealous you get to watch it for the first time, bro. I'm so jealous. But
It's so good.
but The Sopranos is, I'm not going to go too in depth here because I could talk about it forever, but I would say along the lines of a more quote unquote traditional kind of like
Yeah.
mob story. A lot of people frame it after that, but Goodfellas is like this kind of weird like entanglement of
Mhm.
like going in and out of Henry Hill's life. You know,
Yeah.
it's super interesting to me. Are you more? Do you ever like watch? Okay, that's a bad way to frame this. Do you watch television shows kind of in that same way? Because like for me personally, I found this out about myself a couple years ago, but like TV shows affect me a lot more than movies do.
Yeah.
Like some
I mean,
people are
they're
kind of
just-
like cinephiles. I don't know
Yeah.
what that word is for TV shows, but like that's kind of how I'm more geared towards it. What do you
Yeah.
think about that?
Yeah, definitely. I don't. I definitely watch more movies than TV shows,
Mhm.
but that's just because I don't want to subscribe to all these like streaming services and shit. But like, I don't know. Like Breaking Bad, there's this show called Snowfall that's really good.
Mhm,
The
mhm.
cinematography in it is crazy.
Yeah,
Like that's one of my favorite shows I've watched in
yeah.
the past couple years. Um, but yeah, I definitely like breaking down TV shows like that
Mhm.
and like watching it for not only like enjoyment but to develop my skills as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Do you find that like being a video maker kind of like ruins things for you sometimes?
I mean, yeah.
Not I don't, maybe ruin isn't the right
Probably
word.
for other people
I
unless like
I catch myself sometimes like even in music videos. I catch
Mhm.
myself sometimes I'm like listening, I'm watching, I'm engaged, and then like something happens, then I'm like, wonder how they did that.
yeah.
Was that an effect? Was that practical? What's his Adobe presets? Like I'm just
Mhm.
like thinking about stuff like that.
Yeah,
Do
I'll
you?
definitely do that. I'll go like frame by frame and some stuff when I
Mhm.
like catch something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it probably ruins it more for other people than me because I don't care because I'm doing it.
That's a good
You know
point.
what I mean?
That's true. That's true. We made a big curve here. We're gonna come back into our conversation here where we originally were. So obviously, I mean, at the moment, um, you're locked in on the Soul Serum train for as far as the future can see.
Mhm.
But beyond this, in 20 years, where does this evolve for you? Like what do you want to be doing with a camera in 20 years from now?
I definitely want to make my own movies. I definitely in 2021 I want to have like at least one short film. Um, so I mean at least movies, short films. In 20 years, hopefully I can get there.
You have by the way, you have two crew members right here for whenever you do your
Bet.
short film. You got a cam op and I'll assistant direct.
Let's get it.
I'll get asses in seats. I'll move people around, keep us on time.
That'd be fire to do like a Soul Serum
That would
short
be
film
fire.
and like
Yeah.
maybe like rent out like a small theater or something for people to come watch
Yeah,
for like
that
an
is
event.
would.
Well, we,
Selling people Soul Serum to drink in the theater.
yo, when? All right, this is now we're really getting derailed here. When are we
Yeah.
making the Soul Serum drink, bro? When are we doing it?
We gotta figure out what we want to do first.
Yeah.
Like what kind of
And
drink.
we gotta have the money for it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I'm waiting for the
making
right
your
time.
own
Lame,
drink-
lame answer. I don't like
making
that.
Your own drink is not cheap, bro.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to do it like.
I wanna
right.
mass market it.
I want
Yeah.
to get into alcohol. I want to make a Soul Serum seltzer.
We'll be competing with fucking Travis Scott, that cacti.
Yeah.
Cacti is not
but
no
still,
iced
bro.
tea.
Yeah.
Soul Serum seltzer, bro.
Yeah, no, that would. Be
When are the
fun.
cacti's coming out anyway? Does anybody know?
I
Anybody
have
know what's
no
going
idea.
on? I saw like on that shot in the music video, it says it's like 7% ABV or some shit like that. I was like, damn, Travis out here trying to get people turned as fuck. Hold on, I'm gonna do some research real quick on this.
Gotta bring the Ragers out.
Gotta bring the Ragers out, bro. Here's a question while I'm looking this up. If let's say you like woke up tomorrow morning and you have like a DM from a dream artist to work on a video for them. Who is that artist? Or you can give me a couple. You don't have to do just one, because I know these questions are hard, and I'm really glad that I'm not being asked them. But but what give me like, who would you really like in a fantasy world? Who would you like to work with?
Playboy Cardi.
Yes,
that's like because he like I feel like he's so selective with who he works with.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
So like it would just be
the most
crazy.
Selective, bro.
Yeah,
him and Frank Ocean.
Yeah, it'd be crazy to do a video with him, Kid Cudi. Yeah, because that's like my #1 artist of all time. Wow. Bro, I just grew up with Kid Cudi. Like, I grew up with him. I had him in high school. Mm-hmm. I had him in college. The short years I went to college, I have him now. Like, same with Kanye. So it's like them two. I mean, either of them.
Does the idea of that kind of intimidate you though? Like
working with them?
Yeah. Like I mean, I don't know. For me personally, like if like Kanye's like, yo, I want you to do a video for me, I would be like,
I mean, I definitely would not sleep like the night before, probably. But like,
you don't sleep anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. I think I could kill it. Like when the time comes, when I think I can get there eventually. It's like in the next couple years, I'll be at that point where I can work with artists of that status. Yeah. But yeah, I think I could kill it. I'm pretty chill. I don't get worked up. I don't get like nothing really throws me off unless
that's facts.
Chill
unless it's like
no
really
way.
Yeah, up.
There's a lot of things that throw me off, like emotionally and personally. And John's the one to be like, nah, fuck that, dude. like I'm very like, I don't know. I take things to heart. You know, our moves or like what people say or just like whatever sometimes. And then John will be like, nah, fuck that, dude. We do what we want, or we do this is what we're doing, you know. Like he's the one to be like bring me back, like, yeah, you're right, like fuck that.
I don't think I've ever heard you talk over a volume 4 or 5 bro, like ever. I don't think I've ever heard you.
Bro, all you gotta do is get him really hammered.
Yeah.
And bro, this one time we were at Summer Smash, which is the Lyrical Lemonade Festival.
Yeah.
It was like 3 a.m, bro. This man was making pizza rolls, and none of us.
His girlfriend loves it. Fucking bring up.
None of us wanted pizza rolls, but John had a whole pan of pizza rolls, just screaming in our faces, "You're gonna eat this pizza roll!" Just put it all of our faces. Like, you guys don't want any pizza rolls? Just like and. You say, yeah, he talks on volume 4, but that night it was 9 and 10. Just yelling and screaming about pizza rolls, bro.
Oh my God.
When I get drunk, I get pretty like belligerent because I don't get drunk. Cause when I drink, I get drunk for real. Like most of the time. Besides like if I'm going to a restaurant and just getting like a casual beer. Yeah. But usually like I'm getting hammered.
Yeah. We need to get hammered one time, the whole team, and then you'll see John's side come out.
Bro, hey, you know me.
It's
let me know when and where, bro. I would pay a lot of money to be a fly on the wall.
The shit was so funny though. The shit was hilarious, like looking back on it.
Wait, so how long have you all lived together?
Just almost
2 years, yeah.
Have you all been in that house, the Soul Serum
Yeah, we moved in August of 2019.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Oh wow.
So it'll be 2 years next August.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Well, we're starting to get to our time. We're gonna start wrapping this up here, but what we always like to do with our guests is can you give to any person who's watching this episode or listening to it, like who has a mild interest in maybe not even necessarily doing music videos, but working with cameras, making visual content, like how would somebody who's kind of intimidated by getting into that world, how would you tell them to start on their path like that?
just stop being a bitch. Like, just do
That
it.
sounds like John.
You
bro.
heard it here first, kids. Stop being a bitch.
Like, if you're doing anything creatively, it's gonna be like the first steps are gonna be like intimidating, like putting yourself out there. But I mean, once you get over all the like noise of people like judging you for, because I've been making videos since I was like a little kid, so I've always had, and bro, I was like on Vine, like people in high school would make fun of me for my Vine, I remember. But like, so I never, like, I don't know, I've just been like thick skinned, I guess, like immune to criticism ever since that. So it's like, once I got like out of high school, I was like, all right, I'm ready to like just put shit out and like express myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you just have to break out of the shell and like just don't give a fuck. Like, fuck what anybody thinks.
Stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
Stop being a bitch 2020. The John Buchanan presidential campaign. John Buchanan 2024. Stop being a bitch. I could see it
this
now.
nation would be so much better if everybody would just stop being bitches. That's just facts.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. You should write some letters to your congressman and tell him
Or
that.
just tweet at them. Shit.
True. Yeah. Bad talking congressman, man. That's so good.
My congressman is fucking Mitch McConnell, though, isn't he?
Jesus.
Or senator, isn't it?
Yeah. Fuck that
So,
guy. Who is it? Him and fucking Rand Paul.
Yeah.
And-
So, like,
oh man,
fuck,
that's rough.
They're not listening to me.
That's straight up. Tanner, do you have anything for John before we exit here? Do you have any questions? Anything? Any comments, concerns, reflections?
See you at home.
These motherfuckers didn't even drive here together, bro. They drove in separate cars. Also, one last thing before we leave. I just want to let the record show that me, John, and Tanner all have the same car.
We do.
I just want to let that just be thrown out
Honda
there.
Accord gang. It's
Yeah,
been a
bro.
big year for Honda Accords.
Man.
Man, music. The Uzi shout out. We got. There was another one
Said
recently.
It's been a big year for Honda Accords.
There was another one recently. I forget what song it was though.
Every time I
think-
freestyle, I do bring up the fact that
I was thinking of the
drive
blue face song, but no, he said like dozing off he said a Benz. Never mind. Dozing off Benz because I can afford not to focus. Never mind. I
Yeah.
thought he was talking about a Ford
yeah.
Focus. Oh no, he was talking about a Ford Focus.
Yeah, damn, that is a fucking bar. I
dude.
forgot about that,
dude.
Dozing off in this Benz
Benz
because I can afford not to focus.
Yeah.
It's Blueface, baby. Oh my god, that's amazing. All right, on the spot, 30 seconds. You have to come up with a concept for a Blueface video. You don't know what the song is. Go.
Well, it has to have hella girls shaking their ass first and foremost.
It's got to. It's a requirement.
I would put him like in a. I would put him. Shit, I don't know. Make a dope set with hella girls. I don't know.
Is he like?
I feel like
are we inside? Are we outside? Like, what's the vibe like in here? Are we at the club?
Let's put him.
Are we at a pool party?
Let's put him at like Kings Island, like an amusement park. Have him riding roller coasters with girls, like twerking.
Ooh,
like
there we go.
on a carousel in the background or some shit.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, if
and
I ever
Blueface,
see
Blueface in the bumper cars, just throwing it up and shit, and just bumping into girls.
Yeah.
if I ever see a Blueface video where he's on a roller coaster, you already fucking know where
Yeah,
you heard
bruh.
it first. And
Yeah.
we're pulling up
Cut
the
me
evidence
my
right
check.
here. And with that being said, I want to remind everybody to like this video, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, Instagram. I got all these graphics that John made for me right here. Join the Discord. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
Am I missing anything? That's all the plugs we got, right?
You've done well.
Cool. John,
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on. This is one that actually a lot of people asked for. You
Mhm.
know, like
Hey,
we threw it
bro,
around as a
I'm gonna
joke.
say right now,
Say
this is
it.
the most viewed podcast episode, bro. On my Kanye shit.
Tekashi John Buchanan
Yeah.
over here. Oh my god.
If he gets the most views, bro.
If John, I'm gonna be so pissed if this one gets the most views. Nobody share this with your friends. No. Well, in that case, I, as always, am your host, Clay BONIN.
Tanner Mavis.
And I'm John Buchanan.
Merry Christmas.
Sir, Merry Christmas, everybody. Although
Happy
we're gonna be
Hanukkah,
wearing this
too.
for the next
Yeah.
couple episodes. So
Merry
you all will
December.
See it again. Merry December. All right, we out, everybody. Peace.